Today is the 13th of February 2024, and yesterday we started the cumulative frequency, looking at how we do the tables and the curve. So today will be our second video. Okay, thank you everyone who have subscribed to our videos. I really appreciate that. Please, if you haven't, can you consider subscribing, sharing, liking, and following? Thank you very much. And if the account is not yours, please ask permission from the account holder. Okay, it's very, very important. In the comment section, you normally see, please follow my notes/script. Okay, it's very important. Example, for instance, look at this table. That is less than 10, less than 20, less than 30. So if you hear anything apart from what is on the notes and what my pen is pointing to, then please go by the notes, okay? And then beware of scammers, please. Beware of scammers, okay? Just beware. Now, recap. We introduced the cumulative frequency table and the curve last lesson. Okay, so today I'm going to just stress that more, and then we'll take it from there. So actually, I wanted to bring two questions actually, but I realized that the starter was too much. So if I bring two graphs, the video might be very long. So I decided to just use one question for the starter and what we'll learn today, okay? Because it's a question, but it's also similar to what I want to show you. Okay, so cumulative frequency diagram. Now, we said yesterday that we can obtain the estimate of the median, okay, and the quartiles. That is the lower and the quartile, the upper quartile, and the interquartile range from the group data by plotting a cumulative frequency curve, which is also known as ogive. Okay, some people call it ogive, okay, but my tutors always said ogive, so I'll go by ogive, using a cumulative frequency table. So yesterday I showed you how to do the cumulative frequency table, and then I even showed you how to do the mean sigma f of x all over x. Okay, I showed you which column, but we've done the mean before from group data without plotting the cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so I just wanted to add that bit, but I also show you how to do the mean. Okay, and we've done a couple of questions on that, actually past papers. Okay, now the minutes early, we normally talk about minutes late, so I wanted to swap it around. These are commercial vehicles who came a bit early than they were asked to come. Okay, because at times when you order a taxi or an Uber, especially in the mornings, it can take like 50 minutes late, 40 minutes late. But I want to stress the positive aspect as well, where they came early. Okay, so my data is this group of cars or this company came early, and whoever, if you want to take, you want a company that is consistent with time and that will arrive early for you. Now, so we have minutes early: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, okay, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. Now the frequency is 5 of them came between the minutes of 0 to 10, 8 of them between the minutes of 10 to 20, 22 of them between the minutes of 20 to 30, okay, 12 of them between the minutes of 30 to 40, 8 of them between the minutes of 8, okay, 40 to 50, and 5 of them between the minutes of 50 to 60. So that is a good thing. So for instance, if you are going to rush through the traffic and go somewhere, and you sometimes you want an Uber just as quick as you want, okay, and then they tell you we'll be 15 minutes late or 1 hour late, and maybe it's a temperature. It's very difficult to wrap your head around that. But this company have a habit of coming early and even giving you some more time to be at ease. Okay, so that is the frequency. Now to plot the frequency, a cumulative frequency table, first we are looking at the table. You need to use the upper limit, okay, to plot on your x-axis, and then your cumulative frequency on your y-axis. So the first one is 5. It's like you're accumulating something. So 5 add 8 is 13. Add 22 is 35. Add 12 is 47. Add 8 is 55. And then add 5 is 60. These are figures that you don't need a calculator to do. So assuming it came in the calculator paper or the non-calculator paper, you can easily do this. Now, the curve reference graph 1. So I used the upper limit, this one, to and the cumulative frequency, that one, okay, to plot a cumulative frequency curve, which looks nicer than what I did yesterday. So I'll show you. So these are the early ones. Okay, this is my x-axis, minutes early. Okay, so 0, 2 boxes is a 10, so that'll be a 5 there. 20, 30, 40, 50 there, and 60. On the x-axis is my cumulative frequency, which I just showed you. Okay, so 10, 20, 30. Each toolbox is a 10, 40, 50, 60, and then 70. Okay, but the curve, cumulative frequency curve, 1 minute please, I'll show you the table. It ends at 60. So here I've gone up to 60 and I make sure that there is equal scaling and in time for all of them. Otherwise, we won't get the right answer. That's why it's estimated. But estimated doesn't mean that one person should get 50 and another 20. If the right answer is 23 and you got 27, you might have done something very wrong. Okay. Now, the curve reference 1. So this is the curve I'm showing you now. Okay, I have a title there. Okay, I was going to do 2 graphs, but I thought I'll leave it as 1 because there's a lot to learn from this today. Okay, that's my date for today, the cumulative frequency. Okay, and then the minutes early here. Remember, the cumulative frequency adds up to the cumulative frequency here adds up to 60. Okay. Now, so cumulative frequency is the same as the running total, as I've gone through the table with you. The upper limit, okay, so if you take the group, the upper limit is like 0 to 10. So 10 is the upper limit. And then 0 is the lower limit. But if you're plotting your curve, you use your upper limit. That's why we say less than 10 on the table. Remember that. If you use your lower limit, you get a different result. Okay, so use the upper limit to plot the cumulative frequency curve. Okay, your lower quartile is 1/4 of the total on the cumulative frequency. So on this graph here, we got a total of 60 here, the cumulative frequency. So 1/4 of this 60 is 15. 3/4 is the upper quartile, which will be 45. The median is halfway through the 60, which will be 30 on the frequency axis, and then you find the corresponding value on the x-axis, okay, which here will be minutes early. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we are going to use this graph to interpret. That's why I didn't do 2 questions, because this graph can teach us a lot of things. So use the upper limit to plot the cumulative frequency. So the lower quartile is 1/4 of 60, which is 15. The median is half of 60, that is a cumulative frequency, which is 30. Okay, this is why I still follow my notes. The upper quartile is 3/4 of 60, which is 45. So from the graph, the estimated mean, okay, so let's go back to our graph. The estimated median, not mean please, median, okay, is halfway of the cumulative frequency. Here, our cumulative frequency totals up to 60, so halfway is 30. So we come to the x-axis, we look for 30, join it to the ogive, and then all the way down. So if you can see, that is 20, halfway is 25. Okay, so 2 boxes 26. So this is about 29. Okay, or a little less than 29. In my notes I wrote 29 minutes there. Now I haven't shown you my curve. So my curve by freehand, I follow the points, and that's what I get. Okay, this looks a lot nicer than the one I showed you yesterday. Okay, now 1/4 of 60 will be here 15, so all the way down, and that will be a lower quartile, and here that is 20, so that will be about 21 minutes. 3/4, which is the upper quartile, again that is halfway, 3/4 of 60. Okay, that is the total frequency, which will be 45. Join to your curve all the way down, and here it's about 39 minutes. So after doing that, what I got is, they said I should find the median. Okay, so the median is 29 minutes from my graph. The estimated lower quartile is 21 minutes. The upper quartile is 38.5 minutes. The interquartile range will be the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which is 17.5 minutes. Here we can have 17.5 minutes because it will be 70 minutes and some seconds. So we are allowed to write down that, unless they tell us to leave it to the nearest minutes or the nearest whole number. Now, a few points before we go. Okay, so today, okay, we've been using that graph, our graph, to do some graph work. Okay, so instead of bringing another question, I thought I'll use the same graph, okay, from this starter. So the number of commercial vehicles arriving less than 45 minutes early. Okay, 45 minutes. So what do? You go on the x-axis, because that is the early graph. You look for 45, which is between 40 here and 50. That is 45. You go all the way up, okay, and straight down here. So if you look at my graph, it's about 52. So here I wrote 52 commercial vehicles. Assuming I got 51.5, I'm not going to write down that. I'll still write 52 because I can't have a 5 commercial vehicles. Okay, we've been stressing that a lot on this platform, so by now you should understand that. So the number of vehicles arriving early, but assuming it was minutes, I could have and get away with that. But if it's vehicles, commercial vehicles, you either have 1, 2, or 3. You can't have 3.5. It doesn't make sense. Think about it. Then the next question is the number of commercial vehicles arriving more than 25 minutes early. Okay, so more than 25 minutes early here. Okay, so here we look for 25, which is between 20 and 30. Choose a scale you can easily read under exam condition. So even if you choose a scale that like 1, 2, 3, you count 4 boxes, 1, for another 4 boxes, 2. Choose a scale you can read. Don't do like 20, 10, 30, 60, 90, because it will make your game. So if 3 boxes 30, then you know that 1 box is what, 10. Don't choose a scale like this is 10, so that is 5, that is 7.5. So it's easier for me to read that. Okay, even though I have a lot of space, okay, I would rather choose a scale I can read. So for one arriving more than 25 minutes early, I have to come and look for 25, which is here. Go up to my graph, and then that will be the number. It says more than 15 minutes early. Okay, so now we have a total of 60 cars. So 60, this looks about 23. So 60 minus 23 will give me 27, because more than is everything above the top here up to 60 here. Okay, so whatever I get here, I have to subtract. If you say it's less than, then everything below 25 minutes. Okay, but now it says more than, so it has to go above. That's why I have 60 here minus 23. So here again I have 37 commercial vehicles. In normal cases, some people might say it's very convenient and inconvenient, because it's like I asked you to come at 7 and you came at 6:30 or 6:15. But if you're a family person and you have to go somewhere, or maybe you're a temporary worker and they give you a job and you have to get there in 45 minutes and it comes early, you are happy. And normally in the mornings, a lot of parents with young children have that situation, so it's a plus. But assuming you were preparing yourself and you asked for a taxi for like in the next 1 hour and it came early, it's going to wait for you anyway, but at the end of the day it's not going to charge you for that time. So that's also good. Okay, it's better than coming early than coming very late. Okay, so I wanted to use our graph to explain these things, because this is how you interpret your graph inside the frequency table. Okay, if there was a question that they gave us a group data and they said we should plot a graph. So we plotted a histogram, a cumulative frequency curve, and another frequency curve. Okay, here, if they gave us a group data and they said we should find the quarter range, we should find the median, then it's best we plot the cumulative, because we can get accurate results from what we learned yesterday. Even if there are outliers, we can get very good accurate results for the mean, the median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. Okay, and we can use that to help us. So just by looking at these figures here, I realized that if I order an Uber from this company, it's going to come early. The likelihood that it's going to come late is good, and even if it came early and I went in 10 minutes later, I'm not going to be charged for it. Unlike the ones who would not come early and you have to sit in your house under stress, stamping your feet and waiting for it to arrive. And in the end, they might tell you they're stuck in traffic and they never show up anyway. Please subscribe to my videos. I appreciate that. Like, follow, share. Okay, thank you so much for joining me in today's lesson, and I'll see you in the next.